Starting off at number 10, we have Soul Land, also known as Duluo Dalu. Now, if you haven't heard of this masterpiece, you've probably been living under a rock the size of Mount Everest. This isn't just a manhua, it's a cultural phenomenon that's been around for years, but 2025 has taken it to absolutely insane heights. The story follows Tang San, a guy who literally dies and gets reincarnated into a world where everyone has these cool martial spirits. Think Pokemon, but instead of cute creatures, you get deadly weapons and mythical beasts that can level mountains. What makes Soul Land so addictive is how Tang San uses his previous life's knowledge to absolutely dominate this new world. It's like being the only person with a smartphone in the Stone Age, completely unfair, but incredibly satisfying to watch. The art style has evolved into something that'll make your eyes weep tears of joy. Every battle scene is choreographed like a Hollywood blockbuster, and don't even get me started on the character development. Tang San's journey from zero to hero isn't just inspiring, it's the kind of story that makes you want to believe you can conquer your own impossible dreams. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Coming in at number 9, apotheosis is the definition of started from the bottom, now we're here. Luo Zhang begins as literally the weakest person you can imagine. We're talking about a guy who gets bullied by everyone, including probably his own shadow. But here's where it gets spicy. He discovers that his body is basically a cheat code for cultivation. What I love about Apotheosis is how it takes the underdog story and cranks it up to 11. Every time you think Luo Zhang has reached his limit, boom, plot twist, he breaks through to another level that shouldn't even exist. It's like watching someone play a video game with infinite money cheats, except the stakes are life and death, and the graphics are absolutely stunning. The fights in this manhua don't just look cool, they feel epic. When Luo Zhang throws a punch, you can practically feel the shockwaves through your screen. And the world building? Chef's kiss. Every realm he enters feels like a completely different universe, with its own rules, dangers, and opportunities. Number 8 brings us The Great Ruler. And let me tell you, this title isn't messing around. Mu Chen starts his journey in a world where spiritual energy determines everything. Your status, your power, your entire future. It's basically like high school, except instead of grades, you're judged by how many mountains you can obliterate with your bare hands. What sets The Great Ruler apart is its perfect balance of action and strategy. Mu Chen doesn't just punch his way through problems, though he definitely does plenty of that. He outsmarts his enemies, forms alliances, and sometimes makes decisions that'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew about right and wrong. The romantic subplot is also chef's kiss because it doesn't feel forced or cringy. When Mu Chen and his love interests interact, it feels natural, like watching your friends navigate their complicated relationships, except with more flying swords and dimensional tears. At number 7, we have the Doomsday Ruthless Man, hoarding trillions of supplies at the beginning. Now, this title is longer than my grocery list, but stick with me because this manhua is pure genius. Imagine knowing the apocalypse is coming, but instead of panicking, you become the ultimate prepper with supernatural abilities. Our protagonist gets reborn 10 days before the world ends, and instead of trying to save everyone like some heroic fool, he decides to become the richest, most powerful survivor in history. It's refreshingly selfish in the best way possible. While everyone else is figuring out how to find food, this guy has already hoarded enough supplies to last several lifetimes. The survival elements are incredibly detailed. You'll learn more about emergency preparedness from this manhua than from most actual survival guides. But it's not just about collecting stuff. It's about the psychological transformation of someone who knows exactly what's coming and refuses to be a victim. Number 6 is Ancient Godly Monarch, and this one is for everyone who loves stories about defying destiny itself. The protagonist lives in a world where your fate is literally written in the stars, but he decides that's complete nonsense and sets out to rewrite the entire cosmic order. Talk about having confidence issues. This guy makes overachievers look lazy. What makes Ancient Godly Monarch special is how it handles power scaling. Every breakthrough feels earned, every victory comes with real consequences, and the politics between different factions are more complex than actual international relations. When alliances shift and betrayals happen, you'll feel it in your soul. The art evolution throughout 2025 has been phenomenal. The character designs have become more refined, the backgrounds more detailed, and the action sequences flow like water. It's visual storytelling at its finest. Halfway through our list at number 5, Biao Ren, also known as Blades of the Guardians, brings something completely different to the table. This isn't your typical cultivation story. It's a historical fantasy that feels like ancient China meets Game of Thrones, but with better fight choreography and fewer disappointing endings. Set during a time of political chaos, Biao Ren follows a group of bodyguards tasked with protecting a mysterious young boy. But this isn't just about swinging swords and looking cool, though there's plenty of that. It's about honor, duty, and the price of loyalty in a world where everyone has their own agenda. The character dynamics are absolutely perfect. Each Guardian has their own fighting style, personality, and reasons for being there. When they work together, it's like watching a perfectly choreographed dance of death. When they disagree, the tension is thick enough to cut with one of their legendary blades. Number 4 is Yu Shouyan. And if you're not reading this, you're missing out on one of the most innovative manhua concepts in years. The story combines modern gaming culture with traditional Chinese mythology in ways that shouldn't work but absolutely do. It's like someone took your favorite MMO and turned it into the most epic manhua ever created. The protagonist discovers that mythical creatures from ancient legends are real, but they exist in a parallel dimension that can only be accessed through a special game. It sounds crazy, but the execution is flawless. Every gaming reference feels natural. Every mythological element is perfectly researched, and the way they blend together creates something entirely unique. What really gets me is how the manhua handles the relationship between the virtual and real worlds. Actions in the game have real consequences, and the line between player and character becomes increasingly blurred. It's a mind-bending concept that's executed with incredible skill. Coming in at number 3, Magic Emperor, also known as Demonic Emperor, is pure power fantasy done right. Zhou Fan is betrayed by his best friend, dies, and gets reincarnated into the body of a weak young master. But here's the twist. He retains all his previous knowledge and magical abilities, making him basically unstoppable in this new body. The revenge plot is satisfying on levels that shouldn't be legal. Watching Zhou Fan systematically destroy everyone who wronged him while pretending to be weak is like watching a master chess player 10 moves ahead of everyone else. The psychological warfare is just as intense as the magical battles. The magic system is incredibly detailed and logical. Every spell has rules, every power has limits, and when those limits are broken, there are real consequences. It's the kind of world building that makes you want to take notes. Number 2 is Battle Through the Heavens, and this manhua has been breaking records left and right throughout 2025. Xiaoyan's journey from zero to hero is the gold standard of cultivation stories. He starts with his powers mysteriously disappearing, gets bullied by everyone, but slowly rebuilds himself into something legendary. What makes Battle Through the Heavens incredible is its emotional depth. Every victory feels earned because you've watched Xiaoyan struggle for it. Every relationship is built through shared hardships and genuine character growth. When he finally gets his revenge or saves someone important, you feel it in your bones. The flame-based power system is visually spectacular. Each type of flame has its own personality, power level, and unique characteristics. Watching Xiaoyan collect and master different flames is like watching someone build the ultimate collection, except each piece can literally burn dimensions. And finally, at number 1, we have Tales of Demons and Gods. Ni Li gets a second chance at life, returning to his youth with all the knowledge of his previous timeline where the world was destroyed. Armed with future knowledge, he sets out to change everything and save everyone he previously lost. What makes this the best manhua of 2025 isn't just the time travel concept, it's the execution. Ni Li doesn't just use his knowledge to become powerful, he uses it to understand people's motivations, to solve problems before they become disasters, and to build a better future for everyone. He's not just changing his own fate, he's rewriting destiny itself. The emotional weight of someone trying to save people who don't even know they need saving is perfectly captured. Every decision carries the weight of his previous life's failures, and every success feels like redemption. So there you have it, the top 10 manhua that have absolutely dominated 2025. These stories have everything: incredible art, complex characters, mind-blowing action, and emotional depth that'll keep you thinking long after you've finished reading. Your weekend plans have officially been hijacked by Chinese comics, and honestly, you should thank me later. Which one are you going to start with first? Let me know in the comments, and trust me, once you dive into any of these, there's no coming back to your normal, manhua-free existence.